Right now, two uses for one site. The governor visiting a local spot in East Windsor, giving away groceries to families in need and also administering COVID vaccines. The event was organized today by the town of East Windsor along with Food Share and Priority Urgent Care. People were able to just drive on up and get their Johnson & Johnson vaccine and a free box of fresh food. State officials say that there's still a need for food access even as the state continues to recover from the pandemic. And officials also made their case to urge everyone to get their shot of hope.
Right now we have to work harder to convince people how important it is to get vaccinated, make it easier to for people to get vaccinated. And you come right here, you get some food for those who are food insecure.
As Secretary McCall announced earlier this week, there's $1 million in the ARPA to support food pantries and the food banks in Connecticut to continue these efforts.
The food distribution site will return in the middle of next month. Town officials are hoping to partner that event with administering COVID vaccines once again.